Hey lovelies, it's Kay here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys how to sew an oversized kimono jacket with very long sleeve. If you're interested in this, well, keep on watching. Let's get right to it. For this style, I'm going to be using 4 yards of African print. So when you want to fold this to cut, you will not fold it the normal way you fold to cut your style or dress, folding it into two, because the length of this wrapper is 45 and the length we're using is 58. So we need to fold it the other way and fold it into two again, that is to be 4. So you just watch as I do it. After folding it, this is what it looks like. I'm going to take my full length now, which is 58, and I'll add 1 inch allowance, seaming allowance, making 59. I don't want a very big seaming allowance, so just mark it 59. Next, now this to cut my neck. I'm going in with the neck width 3.5, neck depth 1.5 for now, so I'm going to mark that out. Then I'm going to take my shoulder divided by 2, which is 7.5, and the rest will be added to the sleeve too, because the sleeve is actually going to be very long, which is like 25 inches. For the round sleeve, remember it's oversized, so I'll go down by 13 inches from the shoulder line. Thing I'm going to do is to shape the dress out. I'm going to add like 3 inches to my normal measurement. If my bust is 34, I'll add 3 inches to my hip, to my waist and everything, and mark it. Then add 1.5 inch for seaming allowance. So I'm going to, when I'm done marking it, I'll connect all the lines together and cut it out. So after cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to do is to know how many I'm going to cut out for the sleeve, to add to the sleeve length. Like I said before, divide the shoulder into 2, which is 7.5 from the center of the dress. Then the remaining was 13 inches, so I'm going to add like 12 inches to the sleeve to make it long as I want. So you can make it as long as you want to, where you want it to stop in your arm if you take the measurements. So this is what it is. Then so now I'm going to open it to cut the front side. You can pick any part from the front or the back. I'm going to open it this way and take it from the center of the neck, which was 3.5 down mark. And I just did that to be able to trace it so that I can see it clearly. Take it from the center of the neck. After opening it, like this is what it looks like when you open it, and trace it down the same 3.5 down to the length and cut it out. So this is what it looks like after cutting that center part out. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the sleeve that I'm going to be adding to it. It's 12 inches long and the wideness is 26. Remember that it's 13, but folded it into 2, which is 26, but I'm going to cut it up to like 27 to add. I like to add extra inch when I'm joining it so that the extra can be cut out later. Next thing I'm going to do is cut out the strip for the neck side. As you can see in that picture, it's black and white material they use, but I'm going to be using the African print to do this. I'm going to be cutting 3.5 yards long. I measured it round the neck and I got up to 3.5 yards, and the width of this is actually 3 inches. That is folded into 2. If you open it wide, it's 6. When you bend it into 2, it's going to give you 3 inches. So now I'm going to go out to my machine to start sewing. The first thing I'm going to do is to join the sleeves together. Remember, the sleeve is not as long as we want it. The full length of the sleeve is 25, so that remainder I cut out, I'm going to join it to the sleeve. This is it after joining. I've joined everything, I've stitched it together, I've joined the hand and also shaped the dress. Remember, I took 1.5 for seam allowance, so I used that 1.5 to just sew it down, and this is the joining in the hand. You see the way I joined it. I'm actually going to post on that video on how to make different type of stitches like this that is not that visible when you join it. And I've gone ahead to also fold the down of the dress. I've joined it, folded down the edges, and I've also weaved the inner sides, and that's it for this part of it. The next thing now is putting the band, fixing the band. So just see as I do it. I'm going to place it exactly like this on it, starting from down. Actually, not this part. I'm just showing from this part so I can see it. I actually made a mistake. You start sewing from down like this, yes. But before you sew it, the mouth of it, you're going to fold it into two, the front facing each other, and match it so that by the time you open it, the mouth edges will not be rough. It will be inside, just like this. Or you can just go ahead to weave the edges, but I actually prefer it that way. I don't want any rough edge showing. So I'm going to sew it, and after sewing it, I'm going to match it down so that rough edge won't show. So that's all for sewing this beautiful oversized kimono jacket. I hope you enjoyed it.